Welcome everybody to a very spooky Halloween edition of the Dot Video Show with Jesse Miller. Welcome Heat fans and welcome haters. Tonight is the night that we silence you all. Welcome to our millions and billions of internet viewers. Thank you to the trillions and quadrillions more of you who are watching on your iPhones and on your iPads. So here I am, just a normal guy. Here I am in my virtual set. Verge, can you make me a little taller, please? Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, fantastic. Fantastic, yes. Stephen Colbert likes to do this trick. Ready? Go to 3 in a second. He likes to go like this. Like that. Now join me over here in my favorite part of the studio where we get to sort of show off and showcase equipment from manufacturers that we find to be totally awesome.
The MTF is all the way up to 5K.
What does MTF stand for?
That is the resolution that the lens can capture.
All right.
And in this case,
totally awesome. 4K recorder. A couple of cool things about it, apart from its awesome Darth Vader fan. This is a big deal. Built-in lens cap. All right, it even says Canon on it. Pretty wild. That's going to solve a lot of problems, a lot of real-world problems. What the camera does ship with is this badass handle, all right? Gone are the days of the wimpy handles. This is a massive macho handle, the Opti-Tron. Whenever something says Tron in the back, you know that it's high tech. See the little Knight Rider moving light? You're in our prayers, you know, where every night we go to sleep and we say, come on, Black Magic. Send us some more of those cameras. These people want them so bad. Anyway, we got one. There's a 455 with 4 inputs, a 300 with 3 inputs. There's an 8000 coming out. I believe that's got 8000 inputs. How can you have 72 inputs and 72 outputs and still only be 2.5 inches deep? It boggles the mind, all right? That, my friends, is the Sierra Multi-Viewer. It really helps you look at a lot of inputs at once. Let me introduce you to Sony's PMW 200. Number 1, PMW F5. Number 2, PMW F55. AVC Intra, iframe only recording codec. PCM-CIA sized P2 adapter. XA25. WFT E6A.
C501 DCs.
AG HMR10. AG YD X600G. TC XD 855. AG CF 10G. AG SFU 62G. Ask for it by name. AGYA something. You guys can see it better than I can. It's tough. You could really mess this up. We're going to just take a brief pause here and check in with Debbie with a question coming in from the internet.
Yes. Fur wants to know if there's a PAL version available.
That is a great question. Thank you for asking.
What codec will allow us to record 444, 16-bit, and perhaps edit on Final Cut Pro?
Fantastic question, until you got to the Final Cut Pro part.
Does it have Zebra?
Does it have Zebra? You bet your Zebra butt it does.
At 24 frames a second, you're talking about a terabyte an hour.
So
terabyte that would be,
per
what's
hour.
the math on that? A lot.
It's about 1 million billion, as it turns out.
If you know about the ad, they had Golda Meir, Jackie Robinson, Jim Henson, Picasso, Gandhi, and myself.
All right.
Now the
You know, we don't really like to drop names on the Dot Video Show.
Yeah.
Our buddy Chris Sloan, 2C Media, one of the first passengers on the Boeing 787. You'll also have seen them in many Hollywood films, including Quantum of Solace, Watchmen.
Need for Speed. Graham uses a little bit too. Portlandia, one of my favorite shows.
We've done a bunch of Senate committee hearing rooms. NBC Sports used us at the Olympics.
The last 3 years, one of my favorite dudes gives a speech. What are you lighting?
The State of the Union, right?
State of the Union address, Nyla lights.
We picked up an Emmy, a technical Emmy, which, almost just barely a year into this business.
Emmy.
So people always ask me, like, how did they approve that ad? You know, like the ad is blurry. And I said, listen, if you drink enough Absolute, that's what the ad is going to taste like.
We shot on the way over in the actual commercial
During a
plane.
commercial flight.
During a commercial flight. I mean,
Did you pull a permit?
We didn't even ask. But I'm not saying that Canon makes the camera that doesn't require the permits. That's not our new tagline.
And also a 57 Lincoln.
Lawrence, if you could just give me a moment. We're honored to welcome the Dot Video Train. It's the Dot Train, shows up once an episode.
And this is it.
This is it.
Beautiful.
We're just going to give it a moment to pass.
Beautiful, beautiful.
And that, my friends, is how to broadcast live video to the internet. From all of us here at Midtown Video and the Dot Studio and the Dot Video Show, this has been your host, Jesse Miller, saying, totally awesome.